Hello and welcome to the Vassalia Romean channel. My name is Michael and today we continue our campaign in Europa Universalis 4. It is the amazing Ante Bellum modification and we are playing as Francia. In the previous episode, as you might remember, we vassalized Brittany and Luxembourg, as well as annexed our vassal of Nivernais, or Nevers, or however it's pronounced in French, Nevers. As well as we increased the size of our army quite significantly from 28,000 troops to 40,000. And the issue that we had at the end of the previous episode was the dilemma of what should we do next. There was a choice of attacking Normandy, returning course to Brittany, and possibly if we have enough Warsaw vassalizing these guys. Might work, I don't know. These are pretty thick provinces, probably not gonna be enough Warsaw, but anyway. And the other thing was to attack Tyrol in order to return the province of Chur to our imperial, not vassal, but like subject of Ilans, in order to keep the peace and stability in the empire. What I want to see is for how long we have these casus belli. For 10 years, no more than for 10 years, which is not quite a lot. So I think since our course in Normandy and course of Brittany in the island of, not island but peninsula of Brittany, are never going to expire, I guess the smarter thing would be to attack the Tyroleans first and to deal with this thing. Let's see if they would. No, they won't do that, so we would have to attack them. That would be a war against Baden, Styria, Ulm and Regensburg. But we can also ask Lombardy and Saxony to join. Regensburg is this one, I see. That way Bavaria would also join, which is not great. Okay, so we can ask Saxony to join, but if we ask Lombardy, then Bavaria would also join the war. So yeah, we will only ask Saxony. Let's go for it. So we'll send these guys here. These guys also have 2 siege peeps, so we'll send him to Baden. First we'll take out the smaller enemies and then we shall deal with the big boys. And there's some problem with diplomacy. Oh yes, Lombardy is no longer a valid rival for some reason. Lotharingia announced us as their rival, so now they are. Why it's like this? It's like a second ago they said it's not, now it is. Weird stuff. Oh, now we can call Lombardy in. And I will. I hope that doesn't mean that out of nothing Bavaria would join. No, they shouldn't, because they dishonored their call, so they wouldn't join in any case. Whatever. Do you have any show province? No, they don't have any cores that belong to anyone else. Sad state of affairs. Unlawful territory, this time not Bulgaria, but Bavaria took Saltsburg, and they wouldn't do that either. Okay, Bavaria, you are next, or we can actually do it right now. Demand unlawful territory. They don't want to, so we declare war on them right now. We also ask these guys to join. Yeah, we will have to wait a month before we can do that. Oh. Okay, Savoy had a core here, so it's not an unlawful territory apparently. But anyway, we took Regensburg. Now we can sue for peace, annul your treaties. Let's get some prestige from these boys. End your rivalry and your alliance with Bohemia and Tyrol. Also pay me reps and transfer me trade power and give me all your money. Or at least as much as you're willing to give. Come on. Why are you so greedy, people? Okay, Regensburg left. Now it's Styria, Baden, Ulm and Tyrol. Let's go for Styria. Oh, this, yes, Inner Bayern. One after another we'll take them all out. That much I can assure. Also, it seems that Andalusia is starting to gain, well, they actually had a foothold in Morocco, but now they're starting to attack people in Maghreb, which is not a cool thing because they're getting stronger. Now Baden is also out of the war. We can vassalize them, but that would probably give us a lot of negative aggressive expansion, which is not something that I'm happy about. Okay, give up your claims in here. That will do. That is it. Now there's just Ulm, Styria, and Tyrol. As far as I know, in German it's actually pronounced Styria. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, in my native tongue, Russian, it's pronounced Styria, so, and we got this word from German, so I assume it is pronounced this way in German. As well, they have this word stone, but it's like written Stein or Stein, but it's pronounced like Stein, so I guess it's always this way in German. Ulm, same thing. Reps, trade, okay, maybe not that, but money, annul your treaties, not access, but I would like you to annul your alliances, or must do anyway. Will do. Now we go to relieve the siege of Hanover yet again. And well, now there's just Styria and Tyrol, and we can now declare war on Bavaria for the same reason. Lombardy would join. Good. Now we are also at war with Augsburg and Nuremberg and Verona. Also, we can give Brescia to Lombardy, since they are my ally. It would be in my best interest to have a stronger ally. So now, for some reason, one of our armies in an exile, so we have to send them back to our territories. These guys in Tyrol, the Lombardians, are actually... okay, now they stopped for some reason, but they were besieging the province of Chur itself. The actual reason for this war: Maurice de Bonneville, our imperial counsel, has been a faithful servant so far, but now he seems to have let his prominence get to his head and has become insolent. He dares to denounce our great emperor's policies and recently did so in public in front of foreign ambassadors. Even if there might be some grounds for these criticisms, we shouldn't let open disagreements of the emperor become a habit. But it was a good point. Yeah, we'll lose 10 prestige, but we'll get 25 diplomatic power. And also considering our ruler is a coward, that's what he would be doing anyway. Would have done. So, yeah. Now, Gascony and Occitania again, for some reason, disloyal. We can placate their rulers. Now they're loyal again. Okay, now this army is no longer in exile. Let's send it to Brescia. Let's take out Verona. So in Empire is taken. Let's go to... Where can we go? We can't go anywhere. Why? Oh, because there is a fortress in Landshut. And it blocks our access to anything. Has to be taken out. Now, Styria. I don't want to punish you too much, but I would like to return this province to Nitra. But they, for some reason, are not willing to do so. The sieges. Okay, now our ally of, or rather, our vassal of Occitania finally finished their siege of Augsburg, which means that we can piece them out. Again, no more alliance with these guys, no more alliance with these guys, and your rivalry with these guys. Give me reps and as much money as you're willing to give, which is 38 gold coins, or maybe pieces, or I don't know, is it kilos or something? I don't think that our whole treasury is 381 gold coin. That would be ridiculous for an empire. That's probably, I don't know, like some sort of ancient or like medieval weight measurement. I don't know, bushel, pound, however it's whatever it was in Francia. These wars are not of a great difficulty, but these guys are just sending their troops everywhere around our nation and besieging stuff. They are smaller than my armies, they can't really fight my armies, but they can be pretty annoying. Now we can go there. Rethelois. They took Rethelois, apparently. Come on. Now we can go to Saltsburg, a fortress in the north of Vienna. So, when it comes to these guys, I'll give this province to Lombardy. They'll probably want to take it, and then go to Verona, besiege it. And there's a new government reform that we can take, which is Tier 3 bureaucracy, and there's centralized bureaucracy, monthly autonomy change minus 0.05. Then there's decentralized bureaucracy, max promoted cultures plus 2. And then there's unique Frankish reform called Palatium. Historically, the Frankish emperors relied on Palatium, shifting assemblage of family members, trusted lay and ecclesiastical companions, and assorted hangers-on, which constituted an never saw this word before, itinerant court following the king as he carried out his military campaigns and sought to take advantage of the income from widely scattered royal estates. Members of this circle, some with titles suggesting primitive administrative departments, performed on royal orders various functions related to managing royal resources, conducting military campaigns and diplomatic missions, producing written documents required to administer the realm, undertaking missions across the kingdom to enforce royal policies, rendering justice, conducting religious services, and counseling the king. Dear God. Anyway, that would give us plus 10 governing capacity, which is... Oh, plus 10%, okay. Well, that's actually quite a lot. It's not 10 governing capacity, it's plus 10% governing capacity, which is quite a lot, yes, so I'll take it. And then we are besieging Verona and Saltsburg, while our enemy is besieging Crecy, Tyrolians themselves, and Bavarians together. Okay, that's 2 Bavarian armies besieging the capital of Luxembourg. These guys are quite annoying, I have to tell you. Okay, Styria, will you be so kind? Would you be so kind to leave this? No, you wouldn't. You are a scum. I see. These guys are not happy about this war, but they are. Goddamn, they took already at least 1 fortress in my country. Now we can go for administrative tech 5 or even 6. How about the actual goddamn Renaissance? Will we get it anytime soon? Well, it is 65% in Paris and nowhere else in my country anyway. Maybe we should instead actually invest our points, like the mill points we can invest in Chartres, maybe in Paris itself, like this. Will do for now. Come on, the sieges. Can they be any faster? Okay, it's 0% in Verona and 21 in Saltsburg, while our enemies besieging our country. Well, I should send one of my armies there. Oh, we can take the imperial ideas. Okay, I'll take it this time, even though we should have taken the technology, but it will give us 10% less aggressive expansion impact, which is something that we really need. And there's the event called extension of the monopoly on paper, so we can either extend it or we can revoke it, and we should actually revoke it because now we can afford it. And since we can afford it, we should revoke it so that we get some more money. These guys, they are just cruel and relentless, besieging my country. Again, another gift to the state, can you believe it? Let's get some prestige. Come on, take Saltsburg, and that way we'll probably be able to take out the... so, Nuremberg is ready to leave. No, I don't want to pillage you. I want you to annul your alliances with, say, Bavaria and... okay, whatever. And your rivalry with Salzburg and pay me reps, this kind of stuff. And give me 24 gold pieces. Good, now these guys are out. Now together with Bavaria is just Verona, and Verona is going to fall pretty soon, hopefully. It's at 39%, while Saltsburg is at 35%. Oh, come on, now it's at 57%, but it still stands. And Verona took through our annoying pests. Okay, we took Saltsburg. Now, hopefully, Syrians will be more willing to consider our little agreement. So they will give Pressburg to Nitra. They'll pay me reparations, and I'll actually ask some money from them, as much as they're willing to give, which is 18 gold pieces. Good enough. Now these guys are out. Now it's just Tyrol. Tyrol and Bavaria, that is. So Verona also taken out. Now let's sue for peace. Let's give this thing to Brescia to Lombardy. You'll pay war reparations, you'll transfer your trade power, and you'll give me how much? 58 gold pieces. Great. Third Holy Roman intervention, and so we are at war with Tyrol and Bavaria and no one else. Let's send this army to Chur. The other army is going to Wassenberg to occupy the province. The issue is that they actually besieged and occupied quite a big chunk of my country. Let's go to... is it Francia? Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. And also we can now demand unlawful territory from Lombardy, but I wouldn't do that because I actually gave it to them. And I'm more than happy to tolerate this. So, no. It's okay when you give it to your allies. Let's send this army not even to Troyes but to Picardy in order to stop them from besieging it. Okay, you can have it. So currently Occitania and Lombardia together besieging München. Hopefully we will be able to take out. Now we can actually take out the Lombardians. So you shall release Saltsburg. I can actually completely destroy their country by releasing everyone, and they will just disappear as a nation. And they are actually willing to accept that and even give me some money. What a stupid little nation. Boom. So I guess there is no more Bavaria. There's just Ingolstadt, Munich and Landshut, and no more Bavaria. So more little nations inside the empire is great, because the more there are, the more how it's called, the more imperial authority you get. And there's an event, control the college. So now every single one of them votes for me. Great. That gives us... Ooh, that's absolutely cool. So we finished this mission that gets us secured the succession chance of new heir plus 100%. So we'll always have an heir. And then there's control the imperial college, which gives us improved relations plus 15% and 3 diplomatic relationship slots. Can you believe it? That's just OP. We can have so many allies. That's absolutely OP. And the last army of the Tyroleans is dealt with. Now we just have to relieve the sieges of, or rather, take back the fortresses that they took, which is Bourbonnais and Crecy. And we are also already besieging Chur, and it soon will be taken. Oh, come on. I don't want to spend any of my deep points for this stupid event. There's again Trieste plea for help with rebellious nobles. These annoying events about the free cities I mean, I would rather spend 2 imperial authority than 50 diplomatic power. So, no, thank you. Okay, now we have quite a lot of free military power and as well as administrative power, so we can invest that stuff again. Let's invest some of it in Paris, some of it in Tyrol, some of it in Reims and Valois. Okay, Artois is not a part of our nation. Chalon here and even a couple here. Great. National epic. Our subjects have taken to telling tales and legends about Lothar III Carolingian. The legend says that in Francia's darkest hour he will return to our nation and deliver it from evil. Okay, the loathsome, debauching lecher, embezzler and so on is the so-called Holy King, the sleeping emperor who will return, like akin to Constantinos the 11th. Yeah, of course. No, I wouldn't even pay for that. The story is bullshit. So Crecy is taken back. Now we can send these guys to Bourbonnais. Siege of Che is over, and now we send this army to their capital. Also, Bourbonnais is also relieved. Can we... Oh, we don't have any cannons, of course. Now, Tyrol, my friend. Also, are you an elector or not? You are not an elector, sadly. But, let's see, you will return... You shall return Chair to 3 leagues. Bragants, interestingly, there's a nation of Bragants that is not a part of... It's a part of the state of Tyrol, but it is... it has its own core, so we can either release it or we can vassalize them. Can we? Yeah, we can. That would give us quite some aggressive expansion, but I hope we will be able to deal with that. No coalition forms, and considering that we have 3 additional diplomatic relationship slots, I guess. Ooh, it's tempting. It's tempting to get a vassal in the empire. Another one. Yes, let's do it. Let's actually get all of their money. They are disloyal, I know. But... Okay, now many of our vassals actually disloyal. We can blockade these 2 a couple of times. And these guys once... Strangely, they have no debt. I thought they have debt since we took all of their money. Anyway, let's send our armies back. No, we can't. Huh. Since we are not at war with anyone, of course. Whatever. Let us improve relationships with them. Which we won't be able to do until March the 2nd. And now we will be improving relationships with them. And hopefully they will love me. Also, England is very keen on taking Normandy for themselves, I see. But no, England. Even if you take it, I will take it back from you. Why? Because I can. Also, we'll bestow Imperial Grace on them. That would make them love us a bit more. And yes, the electors are still voting for me, which is great. Okay, so now let's see if we can get some military access from, say, who? So we can take it from Switzerland and Upper Burgundy, and now we can send our army back. And also let's take a look at the whole coalition issue. Yeah, it's quite a big one, which can be dealt with by sending all of our diplomats to the outraged countries. Okay, so we are now back home. Let's cancel the military access that we get from Upper Burgundy and who is the other one? Switzerland. Now we have no diplomats to send, of course. That's the issue. Cancel this and cancel that, and then you go back to Tyrol to improve relationships. Still our vassals are disloyal. Why? So Normandy wants an alliance, but would you want to be my vassal? No, you wouldn't, so no alliance from you. Who we can ally is Styria. Or maybe not. We should be thinking strategically, and instead of thinking about alliances, we should think about vassalizations. We need no allies, we need vassals. You wouldn't. You are an elector, of course. Beg, would you want to be my vassal? You would. Great. So let's improve. Okay, we can't improve relationships with them because we don't have any free diplomats. Well, whatever. Also, considering the time limitations, I think it's the good moment to finish the episode. We crushed 2 upstart counts, or 1 count and 1 king in Bavaria and Tyrol. Tyrol we vassalized, and Bavaria we disintegrated completely, so there is no Bavaria anymore, only its constituent smaller are these counties. Yes, constitute small counties, and the more of them there are, the happier is the imperial authority. And I am also happier. Well, anyway, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, just please let me know by liking, commenting, and subscribing, clicking that notification bell, and so on. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.